How's it going, guys? My name is John Bruce. I'm with Zebulon Pottery. Here today, I wanted to talk about kind of what we're doing. We got a new web series coming out. We're also really excited about the store we're getting ready to open up this fall. We'll be offering classes, workshops, a place for people to kind of come together and make and craft pottery. We really want to focus on building community and having a great way of connecting with the people in this area. So trail art, the idea is we're dropping off pottery in areas that are meaningful to us, and we feel like we've got something to maybe talk about or say something about this area, and hopefully share that experience with you to encourage you to step out and see something maybe that you couldn't see before, and then maybe if you connect with that, then you can have a piece of pottery that every day you're drinking coffee or tea out of, and then that story is kind of connected with that piece. And I think that's really special. Something that really connects you with something that you do every day to an area that you now might mean something more to you than it did before. So we're dropping off a mug, and it's got a note in it. It talks about what trail art is, why we're doing it, and hopefully if the right person finds it, they'll share their experience and link it back to our social media so we can see who found it. And that's kind of like the coolest thing about trail art is it ends up being a two-way conversation. I put it out, and we hope that whoever finds it appreciates it and turns around and says, look, this is now special to me, and maybe why it's special to them. And maybe we'll find out why this area meant something to them, because obviously they were here, they're walking around, and they found the cup. So it's just such a cool thing. We're here at Little River Park, and as far as I know, this is the foundation of a mill that used to be here. And I believe it supplied power, and also I think it offered food and a place for people to stay, which is super interesting because that's a bit of history that I think if you just looked at this, you would never know. And it's kind of easy to miss. And there's something, I think, kind of magical about being connected to a place that has this much history in a town that's this small. And I hope this is something that we don't forget, because 200 years from now, I hope that people remember what we've built, and hopefully there's something that we've built that's meaningful enough that people care about. So this spot's actually super meaningful to me. The river, actually the dam used to be really pretty, and before, I believe it was Hurricane Matthew came through and busted it, it was kind of a pretty waterfall, and I actually proposed to my wife here. Now it's underwater, but the spot I proposed with a wooden spoon, which is, I believe it's a Welsh tradition, and the idea was precious metals you couldn't find them easily, like even royalty didn't wear them, and they were fishing and boating nation, so woodworking was extremely important. So that was kind of like your way of going to your hopefully soon-to-be father-in-law and saying, I can provide. So I carved a spoon for my wife, told her about what the spoon meant, the tradition, and then I pulled a ring, because that's how we do it now. I think that's one of the things I love about like a shared space is I think I'm just one person that has that connection here, and I think what makes it beautiful is that there could be potentially hundreds of people that have that same connection here. I mean, especially when you talk about the mill being, it's like 250 years old, since the 1800s. There's history here, and that's just a beautiful thing. So one of the things I really miss about the dam was the water used to come up to right about there, and I used to launch my kayak right here, and I would paddle upstream until I got to the point where either I had to carry the kayak or I found something interesting usually. But you can see all kinds of wildlife. I've seen deer, I've seen beavers, I've seen stuff I don't even know what it is, but it was awesome. So I started the business, actually me and my wife had talked about it. It's been a dream of mine for a long time. And you know, I got my wheel, I got my kiln, built a studio in my backyard, and just kind of went from there. We originally named my business Little River NC Pottery because the river meant so much to us. I proposed to my wife here. Me and my wife bought our first house just a few miles from this spot. We're 300 feet off the Little River. Recently, we changed the name to Zebulon Pottery, and we did that because we felt like we really wanted to be more a part of the town, not just the Little River. I feel like Zebulon Pottery kind of connects with more people, but this still has a lot of really significant value to me. All right, guys, this is it. This is where we're gonna place the cup. Hopefully somebody will come by and find it. When you do find it, let us know. We're super excited about seeing where the cup ends up. We've got instructions in the cup. We've got all of our links to our social media, and we have an extra surprise in the cup. So I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. We'll just hope that the person who finds it gives it away. So good luck and happy trails, I guess.